Security measures are being taken in Washington and across the country ahead of Wednesday's inauguration. A local restaurant is offering a new way to eat from home. The 2021 Brownsville Unity Breakfast was held virtually.
And as a high pressure starts to move into our area, we're going to see some sunny skies ahead for West Tennessee. We're going to have more timing and details coming up in the floor forecast just in a few moments.
Now, from West Tennessee's News Channel, this is 7 Eyewitness News at 6.
We begin tonight at 6 with a new way to eat from home being offered in the Hub City. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Fernandez. WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News reporter Diamond Williams has the details.
Mama Bottle's Chow Bella is now offering an authentic cook-at-home experience.
We have our Mama's Apron boxes. This lets you be the chef a little bit. We do the hard part for you by cooking up the sauces, because we cook our sauces a minimum of 6 hours, sometimes 8 hours for our meat sauce.
Everything comes packaged inside, and you have the choice of choosing the type of pasta you want, the type of sauce you like, and the type of dressing for your salad.
Sauce comes packaged up. You pick the one you want. You pick your pasta. It's in here. We have our salad all made up, bagged up for you, and the little fixings to go with it, with cucumbers and tomatoes, croutons, our homemade croutons, and then the dressing.
Bottle says these meals are perfect for anyone who doesn't feel comfortable eating out right now with us being in a pandemic. It's also perfect for that special date night.
Valentine's is coming up, but you be the cook with this one. And then we also do our pans of pasta, so if you don't want to be doing any cooking, you just get it already made up.
Bottle says the inspiration initially came from wanting to showcase the restaurant as a to-go spot. The pandemic is what made them want to get a jump start on the idea immediately.
That's what's going on all over. You know, so many people are just not wanting to go out, and I understand that. And so they can get it, but they have all of the taste they can have here, and they do it at home. Plus they get to say, I made it.
Bottle says the community has really taken a liking to the meals, and he's glad he can ease some of the stress surrounding cooking.
Anyone can do it. I put the instructions in here. All you got to really do is heat up your sauce, toss your salad, and cook your pasta. It's ready to go.
In North Jackson, Diamond Williams, WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News.
The ready-to-cook meals cost $25.95 and can feed up to 4 people.
Well, good evening, everybody. For the past few days here in West Tennessee, we have been seeing a little bit of that winter precipitation, has been giving us a pretty wet weekend. But so far, we are going to be clearing up as a high pressure starts to move into our area. We've really kind of dried up today. As you can tell, there's not a lot popping up on our radar as of the moment. Maybe a few heavy clouds through the area, but you can see these clouds are moving in from the north. They're going to keep moving in, giving us a warmer night ahead than we would have. Right now we're sitting at 40 degrees here in Jackson, but we will continue to drop into the evening. As you can see, hitting into the lower 30s. Thanks to these clouds, we might see a few periods where we might be periodically warmer than usual. We were actually below our average today, but slightly above our average for our low. We're kind of sitting in that easy middle spot, but it was still a little cooler outside if you got out there today. And tomorrow it's going to be looking about the same. Thanks to that wind chill that we're going to be seeing, it will be a few degrees warmer than your thermometer is going to be telling you. So be prepared for that as you're heading out for church in the morning. Overall, these weather headlines are going to be brought to you by CNC Wine and Liquors. We're going to have a warmer and sunnier start to our work week. It's going to end off with a very wet and windy note, and we're going to have some warmer than average temperatures at the end of the work week ahead.
A look at today's new cases for COVID-19 from the Tennessee Department of Health. In West Tennessee, Madison County has 68 new cases with 1 new death, bringing the total number to 157. Gibson County has 37 new cases, 111 total deaths. Carroll County has 43 new cases, 59 total deaths. Chester County has 12 new cases, 37 total deaths. Crockett County has 7 new cases, 38 total deaths. Hardin County has 19 new cases, 47 total deaths. And Henderson County has 19 new cases, 56 total deaths. For a full list of cases by county, look for this story on our website under the COVID-19 tab. The 2021 Brownsville Unity Breakfast was held virtually on Saturday. Brownsville Mayor Bill Rawls hosted the breakfast. Faith-based leaders and community leaders gathered to discuss certain topics. One of the topics discussed is the importance of getting the COVID vaccine, as well as proper safety measures people should take to avoid spreading and catching the virus.
Getting the vaccine is a no-brainer.
Thank you.
Either you're going to get the vaccine or you have a higher chance of dying. So you take your choice, die or get the vaccine.
Mayor Ross says he has already taken the vaccine and hopes to be an example for those questioning whether they should take it. The Paris Walmart in Henry County has temporarily closed for a thorough cleaning. Walmart says the store will reopen again at 7 Sunday morning. During this time, Walmart says a crew will be cleaning and sanitizing the store. In a statement, Walmart said in part, quote, "Everything we're doing is for the well-being of our associates and customers and in consideration of guidance by the CDC and health experts," end quote. And Walmart says after they reopen, they will continue health screenings, temperature checks, and more. And the city of Jackson announces some changes to garbage pickup for next week. Garbage in the city will not be picked up on Monday, January 18th, in observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. On Tuesday, trucks will run Monday's regular service route. On Wednesday, trucks will run Tuesday's route. Thursday and Friday's routes will run as scheduled. Security measures are being taken in Washington and across the country ahead of Wednesday's inauguration. Nicole Killian reports.
Washington drawing comparisons to a war zone, walled off with barbed wire, barricades, and blockades of National Guard troops at the ready. As disturbing new details emerge about the January 6th insurrection. When rioters stormed the Capitol,
protesters are in the building.
Vice President Mike Pence waited nearly 14 minutes in the Senate chamber after the initial security breach, giving the angry intruders time to get closer to his location, some calling him a traitor and chanting for him to be hanged. The rioters were less than 100 feet from where the vice president and his family were hiding before the Secret Service evacuated them to safety. In court filings late this week, investigators say Jacob Chansley, dubbed the QAnon shaman, espoused identifying and hanging leaders he viewed as traitors within the United States government, and that Chansley left a note for Mr. Pence on the Senate dais. It's only a matter of time. Justice is coming. On Friday, D.C.'s acting U.S. Attorney Michael Sherwin said there is no direct evidence teams of rioters were looking to capture or kill during the assault, but investigations are ongoing.
That is a Tier 1 top priority for both the U.S. Attorney's Office and our federal law enforcement partners to see, again, whether there was this overarching command and control and whether there were these organized teams that were organized to breach the Capitol and then perhaps try to accomplish some type of a mission inside the Capitol.
The Capitol Police also opened a probe into whether some members of Congress helped the protesters plan their assault. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi named retired Lieutenant General Russell Honore, who led the military response to Hurricane Katrina, to conduct an immediate review.
There is strong interest in the Congress in a 9/11 type commission, an outside commission, to conduct that after-action review. In the meantime, I'm very grateful to General Honore.
More than 3,200 lives were lost each day due to the coronavirus. That news and more when we come back. It comes as the U.S. is in its deadliest week yet of the pandemic. More than 3,200 lives were lost each day. So far, more than 31 million doses of vaccine have been delivered across the country, and just over 12 million doses have been administered. Michael George reports.
Even lines of body bags in Los Angeles don't show the worst of it. The CDC warned Friday the nationwide death toll is expected to rise by more than 90,000 in the next 3 weeks, bringing U.S. deaths close to 500,000. Southern California, though, continued to be COVID's epicenter. The governor took to Dodger Stadium to promote a large-scale vaccine distribution plan.
Our resolve is to get all of the existing doses that are in this state administered as quickly and efficiently as possible.
But the state plans were put in another bind after the federal government's promise to unleash vaccine reserves turned out not to be viable.
We were lied to with plans of the administration to release reserve doses.
Colorado's Governor Jared Polis was among a chorus line of governors lashing back.
I am shocked and appalled that the federal government would set an expectation with the American people on which they knew they could not deliver with such grave consequences.
The news broke in the same week officials lowered the age for those most in need of a vaccine.
That's the mathematical problem that the federal government created. We're going to make it open to 75 plus. We're going to make it open to 65 plus. And don't worry, we'll increase the supply because we're going to send you the second dose. Not true.
But Pfizer tells CBS News Operation Warp Speed has asked us to start shipping second doses only recently. As a result, we have on hand all the second doses of the previous shipments to the U.S. The company says it's working around the clock to produce millions of additional doses. Michael George, New York.
The 13th and last federal death row inmate of the current administration has been executed. Dustin John Higgs was put to death early Saturday morning. Higgs was executed for his role in arranging the kidnapping and murders of 3 young Maryland women in 1996. Prosecutors say he gave a gun to the triggerman, telling him to make sure they're dead. The Trump administration's restart of federal executions in July 2019 has been controversial. Following appeals, a string of them began in July of last year. Incoming President Joe Biden has made a pledge to abolish the federal death penalty. There are at least 40 members of Congress who are pushing for that to happen on Biden's first day in office. Higgs' execution was carried out despite an appeal to delay due to the client's COVID diagnosis. A former Memphis police officer charged with kidnapping and killing a man while on duty pled not guilty while in court Thursday morning. Attorney William Massey's daughter was there to represent Patrick Ferguson on behalf of the Massey firm. Ferguson was charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and tampering with evidence. Police said Ferguson admitted to kidnapping Robert Howard by forcing him into the back of his patrol car while he was on duty. They said Ferguson then drove several blocks away to Fraser Boulevard and Denver Street, where he shot Howard. Investigators said they discovered Howard's body near the Wolf River Bridge. Right now, Ferguson is being held without bond.
And after a period of some sunny and warmer temperatures, we're going to get back into that wet and windy note that I spoke about earlier, reaching 1 inch to 2 inches of rainfall this coming week. But we're going to have timing and details coming up in the full forecast next.
Now, WBBJ Storm Team Weather.
Good evening, everybody. We did see a few of those chances of winter weather this past week, but didn't get much more than a dusting in many parts here. Even into last night, we did get a chance to see some flurries, but it didn't look like anything really happened other than maybe seeing a few flurries. Even right now here in Jackson, we are seeing pretty clear conditions. Not a lot going on. Is a chance to see a few more flurries tonight as some moisture moves into the region, and clouds are going to continue to move in as well. Really coming in from the west and the north, both as this pressure system continues to move on into the east. Right now we are looking a little cloudy out in Jackson. For the most part, we are cool, sitting at 40 degrees in downtown Jackson right now. It is a little chilly out there, and it is about the same for most of the region. You can see here 42 in Memphis, 41 in Ripley, 39 in Union City, 39 in Trenton, 39 in Lexington, and 40 in Savannah. So slowly dropping down into those 30s today from that high of 42 that we talked about in the first weather just a moment ago. As we move out, you can see there's not a lot going on. No dominant high or low pressures moving into our area, which can give us a break tomorrow. But going into the next 24 hours, you can see we do have this cold front right over here that will be moving into the area tomorrow morning. These two low pressure systems over to the north are going to continue moving east into the evening and reduce that chance of winter weather. And then this high pressure right over here is going to continue moving into our area, giving us some sunshine into Monday. These chances for rain are pretty low over the next few days. You might see a few bumps and squiggles here or there. Those are just some chances of flurries going on, so no actual chances of rain coming our way just yet. But we will see some clouds that move on through, especially tomorrow. Maybe a chance for flurries here or there. But really, we will be clearing up a little into Monday morning. Sunday night into Monday, we are going to be seeing a little more sunshine than usual, maybe a few clouds hanging around. For the most part, going to be pretty nice. That chance of rain is going to move back in Tuesday morning and really become most of the topic for Tuesday afternoon. It'll leave most of the region Tuesday evening and into Wednesday, but we'll come back Wednesday night. This week, we're going to have a wet week ahead, 1 to 2 inches over the 1 to 2 inches over the region of West Tennessee, with the majority of it being south towards Memphis. And we're going to be windy as well, so you might want to hold on to those trash cans. We're going to be seeing winds up to 15 miles an hour into the evening and into tomorrow morning, so be aware of that as you're heading out. We might even see some gusts up into the 30s, as you can see over here, especially into Lexington, 29 miles an hour, but it'll be loosening up into the morning. As you can see right here tonight, we're going to be seeing a low of 31 degrees, and into tomorrow, we're going to be hitting 45. And coming up this week, we're going to be seeing that little glimpse of sunshine Monday, and then rain will pretty much take over the rest of the week, Tuesday into Friday, with hopefully a dry Saturday ahead. The 7-day forecast is going to be brought to you by Bill Law.
Well, Shaylee, it looks like we are in for a pretty rainy week, but hey, at least it looks like we can be expecting some warmer weather and a little bit of sunshine. So we're happy about that.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for Monday. I'm going to be here at work, but really trying to get out and do something early that morning if I can.
Thank you, Shaylee. Coming up, we've got some sports highlights. And Nestle Prepared Foods recalls for its pepperoni Hot Pocket products. That news and more when we come back. More than 760,000 pounds of Hot Pockets have been recalled. There are concerns they could contain pieces of glass and hard plastic. Parent company Nestle Prepared Foods said it received complaints about contaminated materials being inside the frozen sandwiches. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says products produced and shipped to stores nationwide in November are a part of the recall. There has been one report of an oral injury after someone ate one of the hot pepperoni pockets, according to the USDA. You can go to the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service website to find out more information. The National Rifle Association and one of its subsidiaries are filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in Texas. It says it plans to reincorporate it in the state. The NRA says it won't change its workforce or operations, or its finances are fine, but it wants to what it calls for protection from New York officials. The Attorney General of that state alleges the NRA mismanaged funds and is suing to dissolve the gun rights organization. The NRA says its headquarters will stay in Virginia for the foreseeable future. And someone bought a near mint condition of the issue of Batman #1 for a whopping $2.2 million. The vintage issue was published in 1940. It sold as part of Heritage Auctions comics and comic art events. The comic book features the first appearances of iconic villains, the Joker and Catwoman. It had been in one of the hands of one collector and his family for more than 40 years. The Hollywood Reporter says the collector bought the comic in 1979 for just $3,000.
And coming up here next, we're going to take one last look at that 7-day forecast and tell you just how you can prepare for the week coming ahead.
Now, Shaylee, I know you said we are in for a bit of a wet week. I know that you mentioned we can expect some windy weather as well.
Oh yeah, Stephanie, not only are we going to be seeing 1 inch to 2 inches of rain this coming week, but winds are looking like they are no joke, let me tell you. We're looking at 15 to 20 mile-per-hour winds for a good majority of the week coming ahead. Sunday, we're going to see 10 to 15 mile an hour with a few gusts up in the 20s. And then as we move into Monday, winds will calm down slightly as some sunshine moves out thanks to a high pressure. Rain's going to return on Tuesday, but should be clearing out that evening and will be returning on Wednesday afternoon. Winds are going to start picking up as some fronts start to move through, and it should be lasting all the way into Friday. We're going to be reaching into the upper 50s on Thursday, so it will be a pretty muggy day ahead. It's not going to be a nice one to be outside, but into Friday, that rain chance will diminish, and then Saturday should be dry as for the moment.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll see you at 10.